Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Jatadharaha. The simple meaning of this word is one who has long jatas. Kesha means hair, and when these keshas are twisted and they are long and heavy, they are called the jata. So they indicate austerity or tapasya. The Lord sits for a long time in contemplation, in deep austerity and meditation, and hence his jatas are also very long. Symbolically, they also mean that there is no body identification, and it is the Lord alone who can have such long jata in which a moon is enmeshed and Gangaji also flows from that jata. Only one who does tapasya can control the mind and can serve selflessly, can attain the knowledge of the self. Gangaji is a symbol of knowledge, devotion and service. And the moon does not wax or wane, is steady, is a mind which is in deep contemplation. So with his jata, the Lord encourages us to do tapasya. Tapasya does not mean to torture oneself. Tapasya means to uplift oneself. Pat means to fall down and tap means to rise. So Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda used to say that any attempt to lift ourselves from the present state to a higher state of evolution is called tap.
Tapas therefore is denial at the physical level. Indulgences in the world avoid in order to conserve the mental and intellectual energies which would otherwise be wasted. It is a policy, economic policy, economizing my mental and intellectual energies in order to indulge in the world outside. Apart from the physical energies necessary, a lot of mental and intellectual planning and thinking also goes. To conserve that mental energies which would otherwise be wasted in acquiring, possessing, embracing, indulging, enjoying the world outside. So that the conserved mental and intellectual energy can be directed for some other creative purpose. This economy of mental vitality is called tapas. Tapaha, thoughts. Sattva tattva, the Lord having thought over. Idam sarvam asrujata, all these were made. Tapa. Tapa, thinking. The word in its root meaning is essentially meant for the thought. So tapas, though physically it is an act of self-denial, it is meant for the purpose of conserving the mental vitality. This every one of you do it unconsciously. Nearer the exam, cricket match, don't tell me that. TV, cinema, free ticket. Thank you. Why do you deny? Or else my mental dissipation, I want to control it so that I may apply it in the study. Because these are the only 15 days I am going to study throughout the year. I want to pass. In order to pass, you have to pass. This is called tapas. You read up to 2 o'clock. Not that you are not feeling sleepy. You are feeling sleepy. But then take a little tea and then again read. Hoping that something may go in. pass, which is a goal, you have to put forth your effort, and this consistent effort put forth in order to conserve your mental energy and apply it for a creative purpose, to achieve the success in that field where you have chosen to function, is called tapas. Without tapas, no achievement is possible. In any field.
Jatadharaha is also the name of the Lord who went with Veerbhadra to destroy the sacrifice of Daksha when Sati immolated herself. More about this we will see in the name Dakshadhvaraharaha, one who destroyed the Yajna of Daksha. In the Varaha Puran, it is said that when we visualize this whole universe to be of the form of Lord Shiva, when we see Lord Shiva in his Vishwarupa, then all the mountains and the lakes, the rivers that flow from these mountains and the oceans, they are the Jata of the Lord. So the shloka says, Jata Swarupena Samasta Sagaraha Kulachala Sindhuvahascha Sarvashaha Shashi Parijnanamidam Tavasthitim Nadeva Pashyanti Kudrishtayo Janaha. This vision of the Lord as this whole universe cannot be had by people who are of impure mind, but people who are of pure mind, they have this mystic vision, and in that vision they see that the mountains, the rivers, the lakes, the ocean, all these are the Jata of the Lord. One of the names of the Lord is also Jati. Jati means one who has long Jata. This word Jati indicates that Bhagavan is in the Vanaprastha Avastha. In that form as Jati, he is in the Vanaprastha Avastha, where he has withdrawn from the responsibilities of the Grahastha, and the Lord sits quietly absorbed, and the Lord is engaged in spiritual practices. Bhagavan does not need any spiritual practice, but to set an example for us as the Jivas, that after a point in life, we must learn to withdraw. The Vanaprastha and Sannyasa Ashram, they are called Nivritti Marg. 50 years, Brahmacharya Ashram, Grahastha Ashram, together are 50 years. They constitute the Pravritti Marg, or the dynamic life of activity. And the next 50 years are Nivritti Marg, to withdraw from active responsibilities, to hand over the charge to the next generation and spend more time in spiritual evolution. So the Lord, as though is teaching us that having done enough in the world, learn to withdraw, because action cannot lead us to the absolute supreme realization. It is only a preparatory means to purify the mind. And if we have lived in the attitude of Karma Yoga through the Brahmacharya and Grahastha Ashram, then the mind is ready to withdraw gradually and completely absorb in spiritual self. And another name of the Lord connected with this is Trijati. So Jata also means root. The Lord is the root of Mool Prakriti. And Mool Prakriti has three gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. So the Lord of that Prakriti is Trijati, or Lord Shiva, meaning who is Gunatita, who is beyond the Prakriti and the play of the Prakriti, who is changeless, absolute, pure consciousness. So may the Lord Jatadharaha in this form inspire us to do more tapas. In the Gita, Bhagavan says there are three levels at which we can do tapas: body level, speech level and mind level. At body level, to worship the Lord, the wise men, to maintain cleanliness, to be straightforward, to live in moderation and brahmacharya, to live with non-violence, all these constitute the tapas at the body level. Tapas at the speech level is to speak words which do not agitate people, to speak the truth to speak politely and to speak for the benefit, to speak after studying and thinking well, and to continuously chant the name of the Lord to purify the speech. These are the tapas at the speech level. And tapas at the mind level is to learn to accept life as it comes, mana prasada, to be gentle in nature, saumyatvam, to be steady and single pointed in our resolutions, sthiryam, not to be fickle, to live in a certain mind control, atma vinigraha, where we don't allow impulsiveness to overpower us, and to entertain positive emotions, bhava samshuddhi. These are tapas at the mind level. So let us live a life of tapas, because it is only when we live in tapas that tamas in us can be destroyed. When we live in austerity, we can get out of comfort zone, and no great achievement is possible without breaking free from the comfort zone. Struggle, hard work, persistence, consistent efforts, continuously lifting oneself higher and higher, all these are called tapas, and they are most important for success in the world outside as well as in the world within. So may we live in tapas, may we not give in to comforts, may we learn to withdraw at the right time and turn the mind towards the Lord, and may we ultimately discover the Supreme Lord who is beyond all modifications of Prakriti and the three gunas. That way we also can become Jatadharaha. So if we live in this way, then Gangaji and the moon will adorn our Jata also. May the grace of Lord Jatadhara inspire us to live in tapasya.
Om Namah Shivaya.